Hey guys, it's Alex and we've got another Marvel Snap featured location video. Today we're talking about the Morag, which means that you can't play your first card there each turn. For those that are new to Marvel Snap, you've got a 40% chance to encounter this location for the next 48 hours. Then great news, I've got 6 decks for you. I got 4 for Pool 3 and above, I got 1 for Pool 2, I got 1 for Pool 1 as well, and I've got gameplay highlights of me piloting these decks throughout my testing live on stream. So guys, these decks are tested, they're going to be pretty damn solid, and they're going to help you win some damn cubes during the featured location. My philosophy, by the way, during featured locations is to never go completely deep diving into the featured location. It's a 40% chance to get it, which means 60% of the time you're going to lose every time if you go way too deep into one given location. Now, this one is not necessarily a nothing burger like some of the past ones have been. You do have to play around it. So my decks are designed in order to allow you to basically play with a game plan that also ensures the 60% of the games that does not have this featured location, you've got yourself a good deck list. Let's start by talking about a Pool 3 list. Alright, so I can confidently say that I think that this is one of the best Pool 3 lists for the Morag because essentially it is a list that provides you with a lot of additional reach in conjunction with your Electro play and your Leech that's going to be vital for knocking out the Deathwave, which we'll talk about later, which happens to be a very, very, very strong deck in this location as well. Leech is going to disable the She-Hulks, it's going to disable the Deaths, it's going to cause some problems, and that's what you want to do. And the nice thing about this list here is that you have a kind of inconsistent 1-2 opener. You really want Electro and Wave. You can sub out Chavez if you really want to. However, if you don't get Electro or Wave on turn 3, it's basically a retreat, so a Chavez really helps to amplify your ability to draw one of these 2 cards. You generally prioritize, if you see a death-based deck, you want to get Leech out on turn 4 using either Wave or Electro. Generally speaking, from that point on, you have a couple options. You can play the mobility strategy, which utilizes Vision and Captain Marvel to basically access the Morag. Or what I prefer to do is I prefer to play cards like White Tiger on turn 4, and then you can follow that up on turn 5 with Doctor Doom, again, providing you have the +1 energy from Electro, and then you Odin, and like you're just filling that location with value. And so like it doesn't matter that you can't play more than one card because you're filling and you're reaching into those locations, creating a ton of value. Not to mention Odin is a 6/8 which can solo win a location. Bear in mind the 5/1 of White Tiger can be problematic when you're playing on a specific lane. It's a little weak, whereas you get a little more value from the Doctor Doom and the Odin. This list provides you with a lot of reach. I think it's pretty damn solid for this location. Alright, so let's say that Electro deck that I just showed you wasn't quite your fancy, or I mean you just don't have Electro. I do think that Odin still provides a lot of access with the Zeus style kind of on reveal play, and I think this list is a good compromise. Basically, you have a lot of high value on reveals. You do have the Nightcrawler that you can move into a location, hit it with the Ironheart, combo the Ironheart with the White Tiger Odin plays. Like this is kind of some standard on reveal combo stuff. However, you do have the Wave that they can bring out the Doctor Doom on turn 4, turn 5 White Tiger, turn 6 Odin, and suddenly the board is full. Morag doesn't matter. You also have the Wong play where you can Wong on turn 4, White Tiger turn 5, and then Odin on turn 6, or you can Doctor Doom on turn 6, and again, Morag doesn't matter. This is a kind of alternate win condition style deck where you can basically play this list if you don't have Electro or you want to focus more on Wong and basically shutting a location down with Storm and essentially kind of really constricting your opponent's ability to play the game. If you've been playing a lot of Silver Surfer, I got good news for you. You still can. It's still good. Silver Surfer works really well with this feature location simply because of your turn 6. Using Sera on turn 5, you're able to play 3 3-drops on turn 6, which is absolutely remarkable. Specifically if you have Brood, because Brood basically is just a solo card that can solo win the Morag. Like, it's crazy. You play Brood in the Morag, you play whatever, Juggernaut or whoever else you want. Usually Maximus on turn 6. It's a huge value play as a 3/7. And then, of course, your final card has to be Silver Surfer. It's going to win you the game. The one thing you have to be very aware of, however, is that this deck list is very susceptible to Leech. So if you get hit with Leech, you're probably retreating. Bear that in mind. It's one of the reasons why I like the Leech style ramp list that I've included prior. But if you don't want to play those and you want to play Sera Surfer, I do think it's good. The negative Surfer lists, I don't like as much. Honestly, I think this list is better. I think it's more consistent. And overall, if you're playing Marvel Snap during the current time, during the featured location, I think the Sera Surfer list is going to be one that serves you really well. Alright, so as I alluded to prior, Deathwave is fantastic in this current featured location. And the reason for this is because, I mean, it just does what Deathwave does. It allows you to play debris, throw out rocks, you got the Squirrel Girl, you got the Hood, you destroy him with Killmonger, which takes out all the zoo lists you might be seeing anyways. And then what you do, turn 5, you play Wave. You don't play anything else, you just play Wave, you conserve 2 mana on turn 5. That allows you to play Arrow in conjunction with She-Hulk, insane already. And then to top it all off, you get to play Death too. And that's insane because now you're playing 3 cards, basically an insane amount of power. It's like a 12, a 10, and an 8. And Morag just doesn't matter on turn 6 because like you're literally throwing 3 cards down of immense strength. It just doesn't matter. And so essentially what you get is you get the disruption of Arrow, the power and the versatility of Wave She-Hulk and Deathwave. It's just insane. And it's a really good list. In fact, you're probably going to see it a ton because I think that like Deathwave is like just, it's good with every location. Deathwave's got to get nerfed eventually. But guess what? It hasn't been nerfed yet. So right now, if you want to play a list that's going to win you some cubes, this is a good one. All right, for you Pool 2 gamers out there, I've got you with a very interesting list. Now, if you want something simple, just play Pool 2 Zoo, who cares? Just be very well that Killmonger is going to eat your lunch nonstop. If you want to play something really interesting, this is a fun one that I made, and like I laughed while I was testing it because it was like so fun and kind of like really interesting too because there's a couple different ways to win the game. Now, first of all, basically it is a ongoing list that can use Spectrum to win, but that's not the main win condition. That's like an alternate win condition. If you've got the reach of Mr. Fantastic, if you've gotten into that location, then you can hit it with the Spectrum. Why not? You also got the reach of Claw, which is pretty cool because you can basically love tap the Morag as long as it's not on the left side, but anyways. But the real marvel here is basically playing Sunspot or Ant-Man or whatever on turn 1. You armor turn 2 to protect that location. Turn 3, you play Mr. Fantastic, Captain America, or you defend everyone with Cosmo. Just bear in mind, counter synergy, Cosmo, and Spectrum. And then what you do is you play Warpath. And then this is cool, because then what you do is you skip turn 5. You have a Warpath with an empty location on the Morag. And then you just play Infinaut onto the other location. So even if like they're playing to the Morag, like what are the chances that they can contest Sunspot, Ant-Man, Armor, Warpath, and an Infinaut? Like it's almost like impossible they can. You also have alternate win conditions. You can play, you know, the Iron Man if you wish and follow it up with the Spectrum, whatever. I just thought this was really interesting. Like literally just don't play into Morag and just play a list that's kind of similar to like a Destroyer list, but in Pool 2, where basically you're running up Sunspot with Ant-Man Armor, Warpath into the Infinaut, and leave the Morag just empty. A pretty cool list if you ask me. For all you Pool 1 gamers out there, don't worry, I'll be quick. Basically, you're just going to play Zoo. I know it's not that exciting, but Zoo actually works in this given list. Why? Because it just gives you the additional reach with Mr. Fantastic. You can slide into there with Nightcrawler, and you are playing such a low curve that, like, really, you don't even need Chavez. You can run Chavez if you want, but realistically, I do like Onslaught here because you can play Khazar, Blue Marvel, Onslaught, and just ramp the value up, and I think it's pretty good. You don't need America Chavez so much here simply because, like, you have such a low curve here. You're even running Sentinel. So, like, you're always going to have a play. Like, on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Like, you're always going to have something to play. So, you don't have to worry so much about that. Just bear in mind, especially with Squirrel Girl, you're going to want to make sure that you use Khazar, Blue Marvel, and Onslaught in the same lane. If you don't want to play Squirrel Girl, you're better off playing Mr. Fantastic in conjunction with Khazar, Blue Marvel, Onslaught, because then you can reach into the Morag with Mr. Fantastic and get additional value there as well. Now, guys, I got some gameplay clips for you that I recorded live on Twitch. Hope you enjoy them. We'll see you guys in the next Marvel Snap video. Okay, Hood comes out. Let's go. This is going to be an easy game. Hood, we got Demon. Game becomes so easy now. We got She-Hulk. I'm not going to play here. We're going to hold the Demon for a second. We're going to Debris into Killmonger. We're going to play that Demon. We can even skip. Oh my god. Of course Armor comes out. Enjoy all your rocks, though. Hope you enjoy all your rocks. I almost want to play Debris here. I don't want rocks. Nah, we gotta do this. Gamer plays Mjolnir. Perfect. That's pretty good. Pulls my She-Hulk. Good counter, because when I Deathwave, or when I wave, they'll have She-Hulk. But I mean, I'm only gonna play one. I'm gonna play off tempo here, right? So. I think we wave here. We save. We conserve the mana. This drops down. We're able to play right for. Please Maximus. It's a shame we didn't get death there. Lol. My gamer friends. Sometimes you have to clap noobs to help them understand just what getting shellacked looks like. You can't play leader left. We do this. We do this. We do this. He ultimately wins, though. There's nothing we can do. It's Magneto. What? Lol? Magneto? My friend! Why aren't you playing leader? Oh my god, leader would have won! We thought we were going to donate cubes. We thought he was going to play leader. But anyways, okay, we thought we were going to lose there because you should have played leader. However, it does show exactly why this deck is so broken, because you got to play She-Hulk, Arrow, and Death on the same turn, which is absolutely insanely broken. And obviously, Morag has no impact on turn 6 because you're able to play all 3 cards. All right, we got it. We got the Morag. Morag? I'm not even sure. We play Scorpion. This is what we've built this list for. Now, we have 2 locations that are difficult to play into, by the way. Pretty fascinating stuff. 2 locations that are challenging to build into with Hala, nonetheless. That's the Deathlock. We're kind of expecting Deathlock to come out. Okay. We play Captain Marvel here because it does not need to be played here. If he plays here and destroys the Electro, we're fine with that. Captain Marvel's fine. He goes left. It's Cosmo. Okay, does not impact us. We don't care about Cosmo. We can actually play multiple cards now. We can even restrict his ability to play. We get White Tiger. We have White Tiger Odin. So what we likely do here is we likely just play White Tiger into the Odin. Conversely, we play Vision. I think White Tiger is the best play. White Tiger Odin gives us a win condition that he does not have. We also have to be very careful here, because he might have a death combination play. He plays Killmonger, which he gets into the Morag, which is not that impactful, considering we now have a White Tiger there. Also bearing in mind that our White Tiger is going to proc again with a Captain Marvel. If White Tiger lands left, we simply just win there. The leader's not necessary. Magneto has nothing to pull. We win no matter what because Captain Marvel flies over. Yeah, very clean. Yeah. I'm very convinced that this deck list does exactly what we need. Very convinced it does. Oh, it's Kawa, yeah. Let's go. Content creator versus content creator. We'll go Scorpion here. Okay, we're drawing cards. In this case here, I'm very comfortable playing Electro. We can Electro. We can follow that up with White Tiger. Follow it up with Doctor Doom. Follow it up with Odin. We got a lot of options. Playing a move list. Kawa's playing a move list. I respect it. With Avengers Compound, we obviously have to play the White Tiger here. Oh, we both just snapped on each other at the exact same time. We both literally just snapped on each other at the exact same time. He's really filling that location. The Iron Fist comes out. It's Human Torch. Is this going to be a... It's Cloak. Ooh, he's really playing with the movement list. I really respect that. It's a lot of movement happening. Good Juggernaut play. Very good Juggernaut play. We could go for this for the content. We can go Odin right. If he Heimdall's here, we should trade mid. So we win right. Yeah, we win mid. Yep. Good job. I think I'm actually surprised we were able to win that there. Ka was a great player. I think that, like, Heimdall was really awkward there. I wonder if he wanted Doctor Strange. I wonder if Doctor Strange was actually what he wanted to utilize. Because, like, the problem with Heimdall is it's very easy to predict, right? Doctor Strange, I think, would have beat us there, whereas Heimdall, I think, pushes his victory well out of reach.